Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. Are y'all good? Are you good? Did you have a good weekend? I'm wired now because I had a nice sleep, good recovery, and smothered with some fucking hay fever thing. You know? But other than that, everything is peachy. Peachy. Oh my God almighty. So did you have a good bank holiday weekend? I had a good weekend. I went over to Turles, brother. We headed over to see first visit to the Black Castle Archers over to their woods. And it has to be said, their woods are splendid. The setup is splendid. They've put in a lot of effort and it can be seen, you know. They did a great job. It was my first time, like I said, ever going there. I meant to go there previously, but it didn't happen. But this time it happened. Because they were hosting the SIFA Championships, National Championships. 3D shoot in the woods, and it was a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's only a skip over the road. It's like 40 minutes or so, which is great on your way home. You really appreciate that, because I was talking to Neil Keeble, how's it going? And he was telling me they travel like 3.5 hours or something. Fuck, that's there's a lot of people camping, tents and whatnot, and yeah, I'd say they had fun, but I don't know. I have a routine. I have to be back home. If I can get home, I'm home, and that's it, regardless of the crack that you might have. But you do get a sense that there was a few heads there now Sunday morning when we went back, and both days the weather was splendid. It was absolutely splendid, and the mood was great. All these woods we'd be going to, you'd be thinking, they've all got a different vibe off them, you know. I mean, obviously, number one has to be said is Dunbrody. Let's be honest, people, don't go bitching. Come on, you know, Dunbrody is the Real Madrid of the archery in Ireland, the field archery anyway, and their setup is second to none. It is absolutely premier. So they're my number one. I love going to Dunbrody, even though it's a bitch of a drive. And when it's a 2-day event, it's super bitch of a drive. Because you got to get home to the Babbas, you know. As much as we bitch and moan about them, sure, you can't be without them, you know. So there's that. And I think, and I find it hard anyway. There's some great shots there, but it's a good challenge. Dunbrody. And then where's the next one that I love? Limerick. Limerick's probably in at number 2. Their forest it's a beautiful forest, and it has there are parts of it that are just, I don't know, just beautiful. And now I have a number 3, Limerick. Or not Limerick, I just said Limerick. Wake up, I just woke up. But at number 3, I have Black Castle Archers now, because they have some setup there. It's really cool. Now, I'm not forgetting Leash, okay? It's just Leash is bog more often than not. It's been cancelled a few times due to the rain, so you get a bit annoyed. But no, Leash is good. And there's another club whose name escapes me at the moment. They have a very one. It's a close by one. It's a good one. But there's a lot of effort required to get these things set up. And, you know, it's not like people are getting paid. This is for the love of the gig, like, for the love of archery. And it's a great reward, I suppose, when you have a successful show up for the event. Because there's a small group of people, usually, no matter how many are in the club, it's really down to a fist of people that really drive it through and bring it home. And they should be all commended. Especially this weekend, I thought it was splendid. Really splendid now. The way they had now and then you come across these bottle spots, we'll say, or they had bottles of water for you to kind of refresh yourself. I thought that was very thoughtful of them. And gladly to see people respected the whole keep things clean, you know. If they bring their bottle with them, they'd bring it back to base, or they'd leave it where they found it, which was cool. So there was a lot of good fucking shots. There was 1 or 2 shots there that I was thinking, damn, my gapping is just not happening. I was short. I didn't lose any arrows though, and I didn't break any arrows, which is always a bonus, always a plus, because I've lost 2 already of my new badge that were practicing at home. But what was the problem? Oh yeah, they're invisible. I can't see a fucking thing. The minute it leaves, it's like it's gone into some magical hole that you can't see it. And many a time I thought I got the target, because you hear the sound when it hits the target, and it could be like there was a tiger, for example. I mean, you can just make out maybe the top half of the tiger at 60 yards, and there's all this bush in front of him and trees. There's some great trees there that are getting in the way, and I use them to kind of tunnel down to the shot. But I heard the thud on my first arrow, and I was like, sweet. But then I went down, and so you can take 3 shots. But when you hear the thud, you're thinking you're good, right? So we mosey on down after the rest of the team taking their shots, and the arrow was stuck just under its chest, between its. It's like it's walking. So there's like a gap here, but they fucking painted the gap as if it was like space. So it's not counted. But in my head, I'm thinking you can see the fucking big leg that the arrow would definitely have hit. So I would argue that I should have got points for that. Or whoever's doing this, you know, cop on. For fuck's sake, it's a hard enough shot without doing this shit. But the one little thing, I suppose it was maybe a centimetre squared. And I got it right in the middle at 60 yards. So no points. I was gutted. So, yeah, that happened. That happened maybe a couple of times. But other than that, it was an absolute pleasure. An absolute joy. Got to meet some happy heads, some regular folks, and some new folks, which was great. My team, actually, there was John, his 2 daughters, Angelica, and oh, come on, it's gone. I'm sorry, folks, but you know what I'm like, brain dead. But they were shooting too, and everyone got medals on our team, which was cool. John got a gold. He's shooting trad, and he's fucking accurate. He's consistent. He's pulling off some shots, and I was like, how the fuck did you get that shot? Just unbelievable. And my gapping is still a work in progress. Usually I'm looking at you go up to the target to show you the target. There's a little poster there, and it'll tell you the group it's in, and when you get a group, it'll give you a rough idea of the range, as in how many yards away it would be. And I kept getting confused because I'm, fucking stupid. And I'd say, oh, group 2, okay, 20 yards. No, it's not, you knucklehead. It's like 40 to 50, I think. So I Scooby-Doo that. That's where I fell down a lot. You just overthinking or not thinking at all. But nonetheless, it was a lovely wood. There was a lovely vibe, a lovely energy about the place. And everyone was just in great... Well, I suppose the sunshine, it really helped. Just set the tone. So congratulations to Black Castle Archers. He put on a splendid show. And it was great fun. Even though there was a few sick heads there the following day, on the Sunday. I don't know if anything happened on the Monday. I just bolted on the Sunday. I was like, oh, I actually got a medal. I wasn't expecting it because I was just there to enjoy it. But I got a nice bronze medal. A nice chunky one too. Good quality. So, I don't know how these things happen, but I was very happy to get a bronze medal at the National SIFA Championships. It was pretty cool. So that'll be... And I got a nice little badge and a keyring. So that'll get a place on the honours list behind me there now, later on. Lovely badge and a lovely medal. So I was getting in the car to get water, actually, while they were doing the whole medal ceremony. And I just opened the door and they mentioned my category, because you're always trying to figure out who's here that's in the category that you might know, that might be, because a bunch never came back on the Sunday. You got to do the Saturday and Sunday, and they'll tally up the scores then for both days, and there you go. But a bunch of folks didn't come back on the Sunday on a bunch of categories for whatever reason. Some, I think, we're going to another competition down the country because is it Belgium at the end of the month? There's a big competition over in Belgium that a lot of folks from here will be going to. So the competition down there would be, I suppose, the same type of competition. So I suppose they were getting in their practice run. So a bunch went there. But I was at SIFA. I was at the Black Castle Archers. I started it and I was going to finish it. And I was just there to enjoy myself. Give my new bow, break it in, so to speak. The Batman bow, as people have been calling me. It. So, it was cool. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of giggles there. So when they called out the category, I knew Kai from Limerick. He's a dinger, like. He really is. He's a dinger of an archer. And I was talking to Kai in between the shoots, on your breaks, just saying, "Hi, so how you shooting?" And he's like, he'd go into great detail about it. And I'm like, fuck, he's going to so win this fucking competition. So I was thinking, fuck, if he's got his buddies with him now, I'm totally Scooby Dude. But it was like lighthearted, you know what I mean? I wasn't like biting my teeth or anything. I was happy that, because his form has been, I've met him in Limerick, and then I met him in Dunbrody. Where else did I think I met him at the SIFA Championships about a month or so ago. And I think he won or he came second. But I remember thinking his score was ridiculous. He got a brilliant score, and it was a hard course. I found it impossible hard. And he did super. So I was thinking, he's a shoo-in, definitely. But he came second. And some guy then, I should know for some reason. I thought I'd know him. He looked familiar, the hat and everything. But nothing was coming to me. He won it. I think he's from Limerick as well. I don't know what the scores were. But I did good. Day one, I thought I did good. I got like 3-7 something. I was very happy with that, because I thought I missed a lot on day one. Day two then was, I should have written down what the, what type it was, what kind of shoot. Fuck it, look, you 3 arrows. You know what I mean? Once you hit the target, you stop shooting. You only scored on the 1 arrow, like. And that was both days. But there was something weird about the second day scoring, because we'll say day one we were over in what they call the Jurassic shoot. It's a little kind of a call name they had for us, just to separate the two. But it's a UAR or something, and some people love the details. They have them like index knowledge in their nut. I fucking barely remember what they told me 5 minutes ago. I'm trying to remember their name. But nonetheless, the second one we were on was scored. The scoring structure was different for some reason, so it wouldn't seem like you got a lot. So if you, unless you're getting a first arrow, kill or wound, it's kind of just, it dwindles dramatically thereafter in the scoring. If you get a second arrow hit or wound, or kill or wound, or a third arrow, then there's a dramatic drop in the scoring, apparently. I think, if I'm right. I may not be. You probably know that. So when I got the bronze, I was like, yay, super. For all I know, I was probably the third person in the category left. So that's why I got the bronze. But either way, I'll take it. I'll take them all. Now it's cool. So I just said before, it just slips my mind, my brain, the way I am, that I should mention it. I had a great shoot, and picked up another one of these guys. I'm getting my collection. I have a few holes in my collection. But I was able to get another one of the Irish Field Archery monthly magazines. I was reading that last night. There was a story in there by Marson. The story of Jack and... I'm going to try... Evan? Oh, fucking... See how retarded I am today. But yeah. They're a nice read. You know? And their podcast is good too. Enjoy listening to that on Spotify. So yeah, a good weekend was had by all. And the compounders did super. Anto got on the podium. Keith won on the podium. And of course Charlie, the little destroyer, he won also. All gold. So I'm really looking forward to going there the next time. It should be fun. Especially, I think the next time now, like I said, is the Tiffam Festival. These boys, Marson, Owen Reynolds, and the lot of them. Who else is there? She know who I'm talking about, don't she? All the archery guys. And girls, of course. So I don't think anything shitty happened. Nope, that was it. It was cool. The new bow is very demanding, and it's good that it's demanding. I have to bring it in and show it to you folks. It's super. When you lift that thing up, you gotta really... It's like your arm is flexed or something. It's not like... It isn't, but... Because that would be exhausting. But it's just you're very aware, and your shots... Try to get the shots off quick. Not rushed, but, efficiently. Be efficient. And... There were some targets there that were so fucking hard. There's this little lizard guy on a huge fucking egg, right? Now to hit him, I think where the kill zone would be, which would be like maximum points with your first arrow, was maybe 2 inches. And then if you hit the egg, which was fucking huge, you get nothing. And so I missed him, I think. Did I miss him? It's either him or something like him that I got in the arse, because I thought, well, it's a bit more there, so I'll forgo the kill shot just to get the target with the first arrow, because that's still a respectable number. So that's kind of where my philosophy went with those shots. And with the 60-yarders, I was just thinking, fuck it. Just aim for the kill, but then, focus on the gap. And luckily enough, I got a few first arrow kills on the 60-yarders, which I was stoked about. There was one there I got for the first asking. It was a white wolf. But when we got around in the second time, I don't know, was I overconfident? It was our last shot of the day on Sunday. And I couldn't fucking hit him. I just don't know what happened. I did notice 2 days is a long time. You wouldn't be up to it, like. You'd be fatigued a bit. You could feel it in your face. You're dehydrated. The sun. It all adds up. And all the walking around for the whole 2 days. So it's like, yeah, you're lagging a little. But it still didn't take the shine off the day. It was a fantastic day. And even the long walk back to the camp, to the base, was fine. Because you're just thinking, well, that was fun. You're kind of... It's over now. It's part you'd be thinking, I wish we'd another maybe 10 targets. But then another part is like saying, fuck, I can't wait to sit down and have a cup of coffee and have a laugh with the lads. But we were out there fairly early, fairly lively. It was a very efficient Sunday. Because sometimes you go back, and I'm not joking, you could be sitting around for 2 hours while scores are being tallied up and whatnot, and then you have the medals and whatnot, just so many different categories. So you could be there forever and a day. And if you're driving a long drive after that, it's like, oh fuck, damn, we just go. But it's like, I don't know, I just think it's bad manners. If you can stay. So we do. So that's that now for a few weeks, I think. So more practice, and I gotta look at my knock and the string, because John on the team. I'd spot for John and John would spot for me, because sometimes if you could hit a branch and your arrow ricochet and you mightn't see it because you're in the shot, you're looking at the target, you're maybe hoping to see something move on the target. So if it ricochets off a branch or whatnot, or bounces somewhere, you don't know where the fuck it is. And my arrows are invisible. That's another thing I realised. I gotta get, where was I? I was looking at this magazine this morning. I don't know how it came in. I think the brother dropped it off. It's a Boeing catalogue to get some arrow wraps, because my arrows were invisible. As soon as they left the string, I was like, where'd they go? And luckily I didn't lose any. But one of the girls had these super pink arrows, and you're not losing them, like, unless you're really after shooting it off into the bush. They scream at you. So, and then John was saying about when the arrows would hit off, he thinks possibly that my knock is either too high or too low. So I have to look at that today and see if that is the case and address it. But his arrows were like a brilliant white. You can't but see them. You know, you can easily see them at 60 yards, even in the light. You say, oh yeah, you got it. But mine, it's like, is it there? You don't see it until you're about 20 yards away. Not even, maybe 10 yards away, you might see, oh yeah, you got it. Well, I'm blind, so there you go. So that's my ramble. That is my ramble. My bow is super. My team were super. And well done to you all. You shot splendid. And got some lovely photographs. Some video. I like doing that. It kind of, catalogues documents the whole thing, which is nice to have. Nice to look back on it in a year from now or whatever. When you're doing other competitions, you can compare if there's progress. And it's cool. I would recommend folks do such things. I'm always recommending shit for the good. So at that, I think I'll have anything else to say other than that. It was splendid. It was splendid. And even I thought it was splendid before I even realised I won a medal, I was stumped I won the medal. I was looking at it and I was looking at the people and they make a mistake. But I'm always that way when I get a medal. So it was good. Because my head space was, go there, have a good time, enjoy it. End of. Because after that little debacle down in Wexford, I was beating myself up a week after it. The way I'd never speak to anyone the way I spoke to myself. I was like, oh, you got to draw a line under that nonsense. Come on. You got to enjoy it. Because it's a love. So, but all love you're going to have, sparks. That's what makes it good, makes it great. So until the next time, folks, I'm going to go away now and check out my bow. And see what we see. Talk to y'all later. Bye now.